What's up, everybody? It's No Reservations. I'm Done One.
And I'm Marie. Now, last week we talked about believing in ourselves and how we've noticed certain people just really believing in themselves and putting out their creations and what they do and what inspires them to go on and forth and that extra mile. One of them being Puritan, and seeing Puritan, this past Saturday was amazing.
He killed it like always.
He definitely did.
That's crazy. He does everything.
He really did.
He does everything. Beats, production, beat packs, studio time, you name it. You got to hit up Puritan. We'll have the link in the description.
Link in description. Yes, definitely. His indie soul is one half of Faded, so it's really nice to
shout outs to Faded.
Yes. It was really nice just talking about the believing in ourselves and stuff like that, and just how we keep going and continue to keep going on everything that we continue to do.
That's true. I mean, that's all we can do. The Flagstaff show was pretty much like a solidifier of a lot of things we've been saying. Believe in yourself. You have a circle of people around you that believe in themselves. So that's how we bounce off of each other and give brainstorming ideas. But the Flagstaff show was dope because Puritan and I were there, DJ 001 at the Hotel Monte Vista. It's haunted. I know how much you like spooky shit. So every time we go there, it's great. Flagstaff is very hospitable. They really know how to welcome you because the only thing that's changed is time, and the crowd stays the same age, but everyone around that crowd that isn't a part of it or whatever tend to get older, right? It's a college town. So, that's part of it. And also, they have a different view of hip hop. They were like in the early 2000s, like Soulja Boy time, right? Were they in the Soulja Boy time?
Yeah, I definitely feel like they were during that time when 50 Cent came out with his first stuff. When Lil Jon was really big. It was an eclectic group of individuals. Let's just put it that way, because we did see that younger crowd, that 21, 22, because since it was a 21 and over crowd only or show, we did see that type of crowd. But then we saw the tias out there.
The tias were getting down. They reminded me of...
And the aunties.
The aunties were out there. The tias were out there. They were working their auntie and tia magic, I guess is what they're calling. They had some drinks in them. They had some youngsters around. They were getting down. And then you had so there was this one young lady that was in the front, and they put what was it, Paramore or some not hip hop shit came on, and they put on. That's the only way I know how to put it. They put on over there in Flagstaff. Well, this one particular girl, she was like, I don't know. They're playing like
Miley Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus. They're not I don't want to say 21 Pilots because they weren't in at the time of what he's mixing right now. DJ 001, shout outs to DJ 001 for holding it down. Revolution at Hotel Monte Vista. But then so DJ 001 put on I'm over exaggerating right now. I can't remember at this very second, but even though it was just, not, so he put on some fucking Call Me When September Ends and shit. And fucking Flagstaff, as you saw, they're fucking wake me up, buscale away. And there's this one chick in the crowd in the front of the stage, right? Because everyone's getting down, fucking fist pumps, everything. The whole fucking room's vibing out, and this one chick is just there, lost.
Yeah,
you saw her.
I saw her.
You saw her.
Yeah, she looks super lost.
Puritan pointed it out. Shout out to my brother Puritan also. He was like, hey, mira, ¿sabes qué? Look, mira. September, nobody told her September was over. She's still looking for it. That's not what he said, but that's kind of what he said. And I was like, oh shit. So like the 1-2 jig was over, right? And then we got right back into hip hop all of a sudden. And homegirl right there, she was just like, fucking getting down. But it's dope because you know our playlist is that diverse. You know, it's not all hip hop. You know, so it's not crazy to see that that's like reality of playlists. If they were people merging at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got your alternative music, and then the whole room's hip hopping out, but there's no hip hop playing. But you fucking would think it is because they're hip hopping out to fucking Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, Miley Cyrus.
And then we saw pinche Corey Which Corey is it? Which one's still alive? Corey.
It is Feldman, isn't it?
Little Michael? Want to be like Mike, right?
Yeah.
Want to be like Mike was there fucking doing that little dance, his little
Corey dance. We call it the little Corey dance.
We call it the Corey dance. But yeah, so Flagstaff was dope because of that. Like, it's eclectic. It's a college town. You know, in this day and age, the boom bap, hip hop, grimy shit, you know, doesn't go over well. You know, if you're a loud, rambunctious, angsty kind of guy in an aggressive manner, it turns the crowd off. If you got something to say, you know, because everyone has something to say in their music, right? But Flagstaff knows what it doesn't want to, what it's not drawn to. Mm-hmm. You could clear the room if it's like very angsty, upset, yelling at the crowd kind of music, because then you're like kind of like megaphoning them to get out of your way.
Yeah, exactly.
But they know what they want. Mm-hmm. Flagstaff knows what it wants. So you got your hip hop fools, and then you got your non-hip hop fools, and it's very interesting to see there walking up and down Flagstaff. I was even on stage, right? So like Puritan killed it. Mm-hmm. Puritan was wrecking shop, bro. He was getting down, and the crowd was loving it. They're like, "Oh wow, okay, word up." You know, he has a message like he always does. You can do it. If I can, you can.
Yeah.
You know, and then I go up there too, and I'm up there like I don't have a fucking sideline injury.
Yeah.
All right, I'm telling everybody, hey, Cyber Skagway, fucking boom, boom. But because I'm up there, because you got to live the shit that you say to people. You got to take your own medicine, because how am I going to allow, because the weather said it was going to snow. 25 minutes before we were going to really get the shit cracking with hip hop shit, you know, because the DJ was spinning his shit. Mm-hmm. Fucking notification that it was going to snow. Did it snow?
No.
Fuck no, it didn't.
Not a lick of snow.
But we looked up shit, right? Because, you know, we have to go up the hill to go anywhere outside of Phoenix, because we're in a fucking desert. Yeah. And there's fucking not snow. So that's to say, like, I didn't let anything get in the way. You can't let anything get in the way. If you're a doer of things getting done, if you're a make it happen captain, like I always preach, then you got to make it happen, no matter how, you know, whatever personal goes on in battles, that it's like, oh man, I got to do this and that, and I'm barely putting this shit together, but I'm trying to memorize some shit and it's not working. Mm-hmm. Again, to what I said earlier, off camera a minute ago, maybe we'll play it, who knows. Timing.
Yeah.
You got to be on a schedule. You got to know what you're going to do, because if you're not on the schedule, you might get sucked up. You say it too, like time management. Mm-hmm. Time management got to be right, because if time management was a little bit better, I wouldn't be last minute just putting my set together, because I'm trying to memorize a brand new verse that I've never done, that's still fresh to me, so that as much energy as I put into my set, I put into my brother's set.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm the first to be the one to say I did all the practice I could, but I wasn't as good as I wanted to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you know when you need to. Yeah, you know when you need to improve. And
that's where like timing comes along. That's why I say all this too. Timing, scheduling. It's all got to be on a thing, or we wouldn't be here today.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, off camera, a lot of shit going on. Y'all know me. That know me, you know me, just like she does. The minute it's not lining up, the minute the landscaper starts not really landscaping, the minute the battery goes out for the light, the minute the cameras, when you're not recording, unzoom, so you got to refigure it out. The minute your wife's trying to do her part and you're just over there fucking the room up, all eggshells. And then that happens, you see? I'm going to just keep going. Because this is going to somehow be used as her walking away, but my face is here. So in the talking of it all, maybe ponte otro pedazo de fucking duct tape ahí también. In the midst of me just telling you all this shit, the shit's still happening, but you still got to push through it. You can't, you can't quit. You can't quit. Because if we quit, then, where are we at? What was all the work for? If you don't allow your wife to be a trusty hand and help you do what you need done, if you don't let your wife help you, if you don't allow for your wife to help or your partner better, let's just put it that way. If you don't allow your partner to help you in the things that are problematic because you're crippled and you think you're not, you think you're Superman because you're on stage fucking dancing around, así como like chinga su madre, and she's back, look, haha. So, and you're dancing around and shit like toda tu madre, right? Just because you do that don't mean you can do everything.
Yeah.
It takes a village right now. We're the village. We're the hands on deck immediately, and we're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So timing is everything. Time management is everything. To properly time manage everything means everything can get done.
Right. Exactly.
Because we have a lot of adventures.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but driving up to Flagstaff, that was interesting. I was actually really nervous because everything kept saying it was going to snow, watch out for ice. And then the minute the car hit 38 degrees, it was like, be careful. Little thing flashes, be careful. Ice may be on the road, drive with care. I'm even more nervous. So it just makes our drives a little bit better because our little adventure drives, as I like to call them, we just have our conversations. That's where the most creativity comes out. We have time. That's all we have. I can't be on my phone because I'm too busy driving, or if he's driving, he can't be on his phone. Or, you take your little snoozes, as you like to call them.
Took a little brainstorm nap. I was brainstorming a lot. Like she does math with her eyes closed. Shout outs to Kenny. He knows about all that. She does math with her eyes closed because she's dope at it. So I do my best brainstorming on a road trip with my eyes closed.
He missed the nice moon out there. That was a really nice moon. I couldn't capture a great picture. I tried. I probably shouldn't have, but I tried to capture a picture.
Probably when I would wake up, I'd be like, what's going on? Nothing. I was just getting over in the lane. No. Because if you were, I wouldn't fucking have woken up like, what's going on? Oh, nothing. Just lane change.
Just lane change.
I try to stay up and shit all. But yeah, we have a lot of adventures when we're driving.
Yeah, the long trips, whether it's driving to El Paso or driving to California, we drive up north, or our drives that we've done to Vegas. We always tend to come up with different topics to talk about. And that's actually what prompted a lot of this to start.
Yeah. We had a lot of trips.
Yeah, we've had a lot of trips, and one of our San Diego trips, it was a really good trip, like a double trip.
The parking incident trip?
No, not that one. Oh, that's a story for another time. No, this last time we went to San Diego, we had a little trip, trip.
Oh, this fool! Fear and Loathing in San Diego. All right, that's it.
But us edition.
Yeah.
But that's where we end up having the most productive and intriguing conversations.
Mm-hmm.
And driving up to Flagstaff, and even coming back down when you weren't siestaing, and I wasn't singing along to my playlist on Spotify. She was listening to the whole Miley Cyrus shit, probably too. The whole Flagstaff show got you all pumped up, like fuck yeah, I'm gonna play some Miley, some Kylie. No, what was it? It was Cuddy, and then Drake, and then a little bit of Hamilton, Rihanna. That's right, because I would be like, in the middle of the night, and then go back to sleep. I was just singing "Wait for It" because I was waiting for him to wake up. But in the times that all that wasn't happening, we got to talking about the different support systems that we have. You know, we talked about how Puritan worked an 8-hour shift.
That fool.
Worked an
Yeah.
8-hour shift on Saturday, then made, what, mind you, is a 2-hour drive to
4
Flagstaff.
hours
Right?
total. Back and
Drove,
forth.
right, 8 hours of work, 2 hours drive, did his set, and he even chilled with us for a bit. Poor
Yeah.
guy. I could tell he was tired, but he fucking pushed through.
It was like Gilligan's on a 3-hour tour. This fool was a trooper.
Yep. And then he did his set. We said our goodbyes, and then he drove his next 2 hours, maybe a little bit longer because he's a little bit further than we are.
That's right.
But still, let's say 2.5. Let's give him an extra like 15, 20 minutes. But still, that's dedication and the support system. You know, we have that support with him, always down to do stuff. So just, I don't know, just support is just crazy.
You have to have a good support system, but you yourself have to be a good support system to yourself first. You, like I said, you got to practice what you preach. You know, so the support is very important because in that conversation we covered a lot of things in the sense of what you put in is not what you'll always get out from others, but it's never about the give and receive with intention. Like I'm giving, so you intentionally, I'm expecting it back. No, it's not how life works, unfortunately, for some. But having a good support system works because it clicks for some people later, where it's like, oh shit, I've been cutting myself very thin and giving mass to others. Again, not expecting anything back, but when the colors start to show and you just sit there and realize like, oh, what's going on? And mind you, people have their own thing that they're dealing with. One person's struggles does not trump anyone else's what they're going through. But it's give and take in that. You got to step out of your comfort zone. You've got to talk and communicate as much as the person trying to talk and communicate to you is doing, putting the effort forward. But support is very important. You could do it all by yourself, but it would be nice to get some support. How can one particular kind of support be given, but that's like fuck? How can someone give support to something that's 2.5 hours away from their house when less than 5 minutes, less than 15 minutes proximity, you got support around you that needs support also? It's give and take. Mm-hmm. It's not your only thing. It's not my only thing. It's everyone thing. You got to give everyone time on the platform, right? Like if you're in a round table meeting of a group of whatever kind of group it is, whatever your thing is, everyone gets a moment to talk. Everyone's there because someone's got something they're dealing with. But you're not just holding the fucking paddle. Everyone is, and everyone has to listen. And then everyone feels heard, and maybe that's all it's needed, right? You know, because in support, it varies. It's like a graph chart, right? What are you looking for, though? In this support graph chart, what are you looking for? We're looking for something always, right? Give a little vulnerability. So when you have a good foundation and support, you can get a lot done, right?
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
When someone believes in you, regardless of the hiccups, it's go time. Let's go. We're going. Mm-hmm. You know, regardless of a personal, whatever one's personal thing is going on. Oh, I said I'm going to do this. I'm supporting, like we're supporting Flagstaff. They're supporting us by putting us on. everyone involved in it. So you gotta keep your word, principle, right?
The principle, yeah, it's a principle
Right.
thing.
The personals, the whatever you're going through can't trump the this. For example, it can't trump this. All right, cool. Let's go. Boom. We're on. Action. Because that is life.
Yeah.
But regardless of all that, um, regardless of everything that comes in the way, that doesn't stop from the end result happening.
Yeah.
And in our adventurous drives and all this shit happening and coming up and just realizing support varies. You won't get support when it's needed, when it's most important, but it's somehow in a way at times expected of you. When me, for example, get a call, boom, let's go, because I'm that guy. I think that people are like that, but that's not really how it is.
Yeah. You've set, not that you knowingly did it, but you've set an expectation without realizing you're setting an expectation, because you're like, no, this is how I am. I give and I give and I give and I give. But then there comes a point in time when you realize finally, hey, why am I not getting anything back?
Right. Also, because I also can't receive well. Because to what you said, I give and I give. Because
Yeah.
no one ever has received. I've never received.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get receptions to receive.
You're not reciprocating the reception?
No,
Receiving?
I've rarely
R's.
in my time on this earth, I've rarely had a praise of greatness towards me or a gesture of for me. Here you go.
Mm-hmm.
Way before I became an adult, right? And
Right.
then later on, so then I give to people. Cool. I'm not gonna ever get shit from people.
Yeah.
I'll just give. Makes me feel good because at the same time, I think that they are gonna give back. But like you said, like I set a unexpected expectation.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking that everyone's gonna give the same way I do,
Mm-hmm.
but support like that don't happen.
Right. Well, like you said, you just finished saying like you didn't get that growing up, so you only know how to give. It's always give, 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 because in your mind there's something that says, well, if I give enough, I'll eventually get something back.
You would think.
I'll eventually get something back, but you just give and you keep continuing to give and you give and you give and you give. And then it comes in times of like importance when it's something big, you're like, okay, well, what's going on? Because, that's something that we've talked about is, all right, cool. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. Out of the 20 people you could be there for, there's maybe one person that'll give it back to you. And granted, everybody has their own shit that they're going through. Right, we're all going through our own stuff.
Right. Everyone has their own life that they're trying to navigate through.
Yeah, exactly, which we all have different struggles, which I can totally get. Some people tend to shut down and just shut the world off. Other people tend to put it in the back burner and just keep going,
Right.
And I think that needs to be some type of balance. But you also have to be like, hey, you know what? I've been here a lot for you. I've been trying to just make sure you were even okay. But when it's not reciprocated, then it's like, well, they're not going to tell me either. And when you're not telling them like, hey, I'm just not feeling it today. All right, cool. You told me something. You communicated with me.
Yeah.
You can't ghost people and then expect those people you ghosted to not respond back to you, Can't expect those people that ghosted you to be like, they'll eventually come back around.
Right. No. You make a lot of good points like you said. In the drive, the support is what it is. And when the blinders are now off, it doesn't change. It's just understood. Like, oh, all right, cool, no worries. It isn't really like that. That's fine. Doesn't change things, unless someone's being like deceitful and just all around not a good person, right?
Right.
Like, oh, you didn't want to tell me because why? Because you be lying and shit. Because you got this crazy ass idea in your head. Oh, fuck all that. Then let's go over there with that shit. But the support is important to have, and it's important to just concentrate on what you're doing. Because again, that's life. Nobody really fucking cares what you're doing, good or bad. Preferably, they want your worsts,
Always.
and then they could come around and or whatever. But unfortunately, life, as awesome as it is a cruel motherfucker, and you just gotta take the blinders off, and then just move accordingly. It's fine. Nothing changes unless people change, and people will change on a dime, real quick. Whatever's the best side to go to, whatever's the best version of the lie, whatever's makes them more safe and comfortable at night. But just take the blinders off and keep moving. You know, lean. You gotta be better for yourself in the support, and it'll work out. You know, support comes in many fashions, though. Going to Rich's place. You know, and how all that happened, tasting this wonderful food.
Amazing food.
You know, because it's more than just stepping into the no reservations world,
Yeah.
or no reservations going into your world.
Mm-hmm.
Because when we were there at Rich's, I was like, oh shit, we need some shit. Oh shit, hey, check this comida out, because it is bomb.
Yeah. No, it really
fucking
is.
delicious. It's healthy. We were floored. Y'all ate. What did you think? Okay, so because I just fucking remembered. All right. I just fucking remembered, right? So I'm bringing it back off of support just for a second because we're still talking about support. But what did you think about Rich's food? Because you said in the interview, you're probably going to be the one to change my child palate. So, like, you had a little bit of what you could because your allergies don't permit everything. But he
Right.
took care of that for you.
He did.
And Alexis. So,
Yeah.
tell me, what was it? Tell him. Rich, I hope you're watching.
I'm ready to try more stuff that he can make for me, because that pizza that he did make for Alexis and I, it tasted just like a regular pizza.
I told you.
It was like a regular
It's
pizza.
regular,
There was no difference. You couldn't taste any type of vegetables if there were any.
Even though pizza has a lot of vegetables.
Right.
That
Like,
makeup. Yeah.
yeah, there was just so much. It was gluten free. It tasted amazing. But I also know, I remembered what Rich said. I cannot go to another vegan place and try that same pizza.
Exactly.
Because I'm not going to get the same experience.
No, you got to go to Beg Bakery, Italian Parm Kitchen,
Yeah.
Pizza. They even had comedy that night too.
Yep.
But
Oh, and there are the cinnamon rolls. His wife makes the most amazing cinnamon rolls that have no butter, no eggs, no gluten. So the fact that it was all three free, you would think that it would be this, like, it just wouldn't taste the same, because obviously butter and milk and eggs, like, you put all that together and that's what makes it so good.
because we have this preconceived notion of what food is supposed to look like, taste like, feel like, and whether when you go back to it later.
Yeah. Oh no, that cinnamon roll. Oh my God. I just want another one just thinking about
Let's go. Let's go. Okay.
That was so good.
Rich, we need Alexis needs a brownie again.
That brownie though, it looked
Slap.
like it was really good.
It fucking
It
slapped.
had almond milk, so I couldn't have it, guys.
Yeah. I had some. It was airy, so it's like it. So brownies that we all know, I don't care your mima, your abuela, your nana, your mima, your what up, meow, mama, your mama,
Your mama.
Yeah,
That's
your
right. We
mama.
saw that. Mama.
your mama, or your mima, or your ama, or whoever, right? They're gonna make brownies, and brownies always sink in the middle. That's a defining brownie, right?
Yeah.
They're thick as fuck, but I see sound effect and everything. It just sinks, right? And they're dense. And they get harder, and then they're stone immediately. They're like, you got to get rid of brownies immediately. So this thing was airy, but like I could only equate it to like focaccia bread. If you've ever had a focaccia bread, it was airy like that, but not cake, but still brownie. Fucking delicious.
Yeah, Alexis had it the next day because it was so big. We both had our stuff the next
To
day.
go home with.
Yeah, and popped it in the microwave for 30 seconds, and it still tasted like when we first got it.
Not me, though. I devoured my plate. Oh, my God.
Oh, that's right. Your pasta and your sandwich.
Well, Alexis liked it, too. She was it tastes good. I'm going to take some. She's like, no, I had some.
And mind you, Alexis doesn't like peas. She doesn't like peas. We didn't tell her what were in those meatballs.
Nope.
She ate it and was like, it tastes just like a meatball.
She's like, wait, what? What? And then the pizza came out.
And the pizza came out.
She was like, what?
She devoured half that fucking pizza.
She was like, wait a minute. And it was clean. It was healthy. It's clean food. It didn't overfill you. It didn't leave you like, oh man, what did I do? Because I had the pasta and the meatball parm sub, I think it was. Shoot, I should have just tiralo, boom, all on the spaghetti. I didn't even think about that.
And you had and pizza slices. You had a couple pizza slices too.
Oh, that's right. I had like a slice maybe.
Yeah, two slices.
I went ham.
Yeah.
I loved it. Great food.
No, definitely was.
Support, right? Back to support.
Yeah, no, and that's what it is.
We went out there.
We went out to support him. Let's try this food and all of that stuff. And you guys can look in our Instagram reels, our Facebook reels. Also, we have the pictures and videos of what we ate there and our drinks that we have there.
Great price, great all around everything. The atmosphere is there, great.
It's so homey.
Yeah, and Rich's wife came and was like, hey, hi. And we're like, oh, hey. And then she finally realized that we were the podcast. Some people had gone in asking about the episode.
Yeah.
That she didn't know, but she was still so polite. And then there was another lady in there that was very polite. Everyone was polite, staff-wise, people that were there. And all the while, we're just there enjoying. And then they have a community, right?
Huge community.
And I think it was their first night doing comedy, and they did real well. So much that they didn't have any more food. So support can come in a lot of ways. Picking up the phone. Hey man, how are you doing? I know you're not doing well because you're not always doing well. Not because you're injured, because you just you're you.
Yeah.
Checking up on you, or picking up someone's project, going to their show, buying some merch, taking a drive, sitting down and just talking. You're in a tight spot, you're out and about doing what you got to do, and someone pulls up on you because they know you're going that way, and they give support comes in a lot of forms.
Yeah, in a lot of different ways.
It could be good, it could be bad, but
yeah,
that's just the way it is, unfortunately. Support is great. So with that, though, also said it's great, and to have you all here watching with no reservations. Don't forget, you got to like and share, do some comments, but most importantly, check in on our Spotify page and our YouTube page.
Yeah.
So that you're here with us every Thursday like you are today. But we appreciate your support.
Yeah. Which, by the way, thank you. We noticed you guys listen to our Spotify slowly but surely. It's getting there. I know YouTube's so big, so everybody's done YouTube, but I'm starting to see our Spotify numbers go up, and we appreciate your guys' support. Really. We really do.
Yeah, it's great. She's very much on analytics. I'm more on just feel it out. It's going to be fine. We got to start realistically. We're shooting for the moon maybe, but we're still here on Earth. We haven't even built a SpaceX rocket. So we could be satelliting all over the world, around the world. But your support is greatly appreciated, and that goes to like relationship, right? Support.
Yeah.
Our relationship needs support. In any kind of relationship though.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Like whether it's friendships or your relationship with your parents or siblings or children, especially children. Because I feel like if you don't support your child in what they want or in their wants or their needs, they're going to grow up not knowing how to take in, like you say, like you, for instance, not know how to take in that support and be like, okay, yes, this person does support me and they've helped me through this or they've helped me through that, or, giving and taking in those types of relationships, it's really much needed.
yeah, it really is. It really is. I mean, give and take. Some people give, some people take.
I think it's harder for us though because we're both such givers.
Yeah.
We both grew up in a way where we gave a lot and didn't receive a lot. And mind you, we have completely different,
Background.
it was completely different backgrounds,
Different
right?
states, different everything.
Yeah, just different everythings. Both of my parents were still together, but it was a weird dynamic. I felt like they were just together because of my brother and I. I'm the one that kind of took care of my brother.
Right. I know
Grew
what
up,
you mean. Mm-hmm.
yeah, I grew up just being my mother's best friend, and not really having, that sense of being a child. So it was always me giving. It was me giving to my brother to make sure he was good, me giving to my mom to make sure she was good. And that was emotional wise. So that was like a lot to take in. So then as I got older, it was more of, okay, now I'm going to just give to this person and I'm going to give to that person because I put it in not that I put it in my head, but just the way I was brought up was if I didn't give, then I would get my ass whipped in some way, shape, or form. Whether that was actual getting my ass whooped or just like the abuse of like emotional, not getting my emotional needs met because I didn't meet those person's expectations for their emotional needs. And so going back to it, I'm like, oh, okay, so that's why I've had so much failed relationships, failed friendships, because I give, and if I didn't give enough to that person, that's what I always drew to. I was always drawn to those types of people. And those people were like, well, now you're not meeting my expectations, so we're just done. We're not talking anymore.
It's what I want. The cruel world, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's set on, well, this is what I want.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear your shit.
That's really what it is.
Yeah, it's fucked up. And that's how we came on all this shit and realized, like, it's very small, selective few. It's back and forth. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's give and take because it's funny you said you gave in like chore duties, taking care of your brother, just those type of things, right? Where I looked at, like, you're saying this right now and I'm thinking, that's what it's called? That's giving? Because to me, I relate with what you're saying all the way to the ass whoopings too. But to me, it was you have to do it. There's no negotiating chores. There's no negotiating yard work. There's no negotiating shit in my fucking house that I pay for, that I give you everything for. You're going to fucking do it, whether you like it or not. Because somehow it builds character later, which it does. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. Doing chores and all those kind of duties as a child growing up in a home, it does create character because you do have to do this stuff when you get older, right? But the ass whoopings were real. You did it or not. So it's interesting. That's how it all is the opposite of what we just were saying. Like, in your home, this is how it was. But you gave, right? And you knew there was consequence if you didn't give or you didn't do some shit, right?
If I didn't do it, there was consequences. So in a way, I did have to do it.
But you see it as giving.
Yeah, I saw it as giving because that was the only time I got praise. Was, oh, thanks for doing this. Thanks for doing that. That was the only time I ever got praised. So I always thought, okay, this is how I get something back. Is if I give that I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and it just...
You know what's crazy? And this, again, my shit be working a million miles. So you're the give part of the conversation. I'm the take, but the different kind of take. Whereas you're going to take this shit. You're going to fucking do what I said. And that's why I said you looked at it as giving and I looked at it as having to do because they were taking.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't get praise. Good, you fucking did it. What do you want a fucking award? You want me to fuck you up because now you want to praise for some shit? I broke your arm. Go water the shit, and I don't want to hear shit about shit.
Yeah.
And thank you. So it's crazy, like give and take. Like take this shit. I'm gonna take it away from you.
Which is why you probably take so much on.
Yeah, and that's why I give, but don't expect nothing because it never happens. Let me rephrase that. It probably does, but I'm not well at receiving. Other than someone going, "Hey, man, you're doing great. Keep it up. Are you all right?" Boom, 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 whatever. But give and take. Wow.
Yeah.
Give and take. Do the shit out of your heart, which is what I do. But the take part, like, I'm like, damn, take me away. Take me away. Fuck. I'm having an epiphany right now. It's crazy right now in here. Like,
yeah.
Because, it could be looked at it as a different thing, right? Man, woman, right? Woman gives, man takes. But I'm looking at taking a whole different fashion. That's how my brain works, people. In case you don't already know right now, I'm a different breed of motherfucker. I'm a different kind of Mexican. I'm a different kind of homie. I'm a different kind of real motherfucker. But when they take it from you, they take it, when emotions are taken from you, when lack of is when praises are taken from you, when someone or someone tries to take some shit that you fucking did and be like, "Oh, I did this." Motherfucker, you did nothing. You didn't do shit. What are you talking
just
about?
took
Or
it.
try to do the same thing that you do. Like, "Oh, guess what? X, Y, and Z. Well, what you doing it for?" "Oh, you saw I work in this other fashion, huh?" Give and take. That's a whole different kind of give and take. But it is give and take in any kind of relationship. Our marriage, right? But then our marriage is solid, right? So then outwardly, like this, we present this type of relationship. This is different. This I don't mean it in a mean way or a cruel way, but like us being married has nothing to do with this. Because our communication,
Yeah.
our give and take as people shines here. So like it matters. Don't get me. Let me rethink that. Our marriage does matter, but we're not. I'm speaking for me. I don't feel like we are going, "Hey, we're married. Look at us. Look what we're doing." You can be like us if you just fucking follow these episodes and watch us every week at 7 p.m.
no.
on Thursday. This is how you make it work. No, that's not what we're doing. We're giving and taking in the conversation, in this creation, and in life altogether. Alexis grows knowing she could do it as she thinks and pleases with reason. She could create. We could create. If we couldn't have a creative space and give and take in this space, it wouldn't work.
Right.
And that's the whole thing is what I'm trying to also get to is that all relationships, work, your children, your significant other, yourself, friends, and their multiple different personalities and how it works for that to work. And then life.
Yeah. Oh man. That's a lot because we've I think it took us a while to learn at the beginning what give and take looked like. And I know for me, I always thought of it as like a compromise. Okay, well, I'm giving this, so I have to compromise with that, right?
There's that word again.
Well, hold on. That's why I promise there's a point to it.
I know there always is.
There's a point to this, right?
There's that word. Compromise.
I know.
It's the C word.
It's the C word that you hate, right?
Fucking
I have a point
compromise.
to this. I promise, though. I promise. Right? So I had thought of it as, okay, I have to compromise. If he wants this, then I have to do this. And if I do this, then he's going to give me this. Right? Him being you.
I am he. I am him. I am him, motherfucker. He is I. I am him.
But in my brain, it was, okay, I have to do this for you and I have to do that for you. And you know what? If I do this and I do that, then the compromise is that he will give it back to me in that same way. And then I finally learned, because mind you, my parents got divorced while we've been together. I finally learned a lot of truths from what I didn't know growing up, because it was all a one-sided thing when I was growing up. And I finally got the truth and saw the bigger picture, not just the one-sided picture, right? I got the bigger picture and pieced things together and realized that compromise is not a good thing, because then you're taking away from yourself. You're taking bits and pieces of yourself and leaving that away. And then you end up losing yourself. And you all of a sudden don't know who you are because you've catered to that one person. And you're like, well, what am I supposed to do now? But all of that to say is that togetherness is what really what really brought us here. Yeah, what's brought us here is just the brainstorming. I put in my 110%. You put in your 110%, and it makes it 220%. So it makes it even that much better, because some of the things that I don't know or that I lack in, you shine brighter in those, and then vice versa. Mm-hmm. And everything that you're like, I don't really know how to do this. I'm like, oh, I do. So
why do we gotta fucking schedule like that though? Your schedule doesn't work, Jose. That's not realistic.
Or why are you getting so pissed off today with these fucking lights? Like, what is the significance of these fucking lights? But then I look at it and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, the lights that does help. Okay, does make sense.
Again, not about being right.
No,
it's a give and take part, but I don't articulate it well enough to go, we need lights because it draws people in, but most importantly, in my opinion, it looks better.
Yeah.
You never want natural light.
Yeah. I mean, LED, you may not.
Or ¿cómo se llama? The pinche room light, the yellow lights in the room. Again, we're not professionals, so I ain't giving you the fucking professional lingo of what they call that shit, but you got to have a certain kind of light, a LED light, something with a lot of illumination. They're part of the Illuminati. You have to have a bright Illuminati light.
Yes. And there's certain things that we've learned, like we don't have to have just a one color black drop or one color
or a green screen
or a white screen or whatever it is. Like, you don't need a particular back, whatever feels right, right, and
not drab and dreary.
Right. Exactly. How we've learned that black and white doesn't always work.
It's really to hide stuff, but it's also, if you know cinematography real well, it's done to really highlight greatness. Mm-hmm. Again, I'm not a professional. I'm not giving it its proper.
But you have to shoot in. I feel like if you're gonna do something black and white, then you can't do the shots at night. You have to. It has to be bright as fuck outside. Right. If you're doing outside shots, or if you're gonna be inside, it has to be bright as fuck, because you making it black and white when it's dark out, it makes no sense. You're just making it really much more darker.
You would think, right? But in my mind, right, common sense. That's when you use light more. If, like, say, okay, let's just think about Nightmare on Elm Street, right?
Okay.
If it was in black and white, right?
Okay.
All the night shots, like when Freddy's in the alley, they're already using light to make that happen. I think, all right, again, common sense. Not that I'm looking this shit up and researching black and white cinematography, but my understanding is you got to put high illumination light through that even more, so that you could get, and then you got to give a soft, ¿cómo se llama? Put a pinche cortina, a white cortina over a bright ass light, kind of far away, like it's the moon shining on them. Mm-hmm. So then you get their face lit up. Right. But that's all to say, again, we learned black and white is beautiful, but are we shooting in black and white?
Right. Yeah. Like, would our episode look good in black and white?
Let's see. Look, check it out. Fuck that.
Hey guys, thank you so much for liking and following, sharing, subscribing, and watching our episodes on both YouTube and Spotify. We've been watching those analytics and we're starting to see them really skyrocket. So continue to do that and share it, building up our community.
Let's do that. Let's turn these analytics on social media. Let's transfer those over to our YouTube and Spotify channels. That's No Reservations with the Z. All right, so let's help this community grow and get bigger. But in the meantime, we got to get back to the show. Let's go.
And we're back. So you realize we will not be using black and white anymore. Didn't go very well. But
Unless you liked it. Unless y'all liked it, we can go back to old school time.
old school time, black and white in silence. You'll see our lips move, so you have to learn how to lip read.
Put the shit at the end from la pinche subtitles. Instead of right as we're talking.
But yeah, so we're talking about giving and taking, and just how it went hand in hand with the lighting. You got to give and take with the lighting. Sometimes it's got to be brighter, darker. It just depends. But giving and taking, and you don't want to take things personal.
No.
It's something that we talked about where you can have done everything you could have done. And if that person is still not going to open up or say anything or give a little bit of what they want or need to give, or whatnot, not need, because they don't really need to give it, but they don't give anything, then that's your time to just kind of cut the cord, as I like to call it.
You just can't take anything personal, because those things can hinder your development too, and you processing, because it's like going backwards. If you're taking shit personal, then you have no room to support anything else, because now you're bombarded, whoever you are, you're bombarded with just taking shit personal.
Yeah, it hinders your growth.
Yeah, you're taking something out of your control way too much into your life that you ain't doing nothing.
Yeah.
And then you fucking going backwards all the way around. You're not fucking creating anything. You're stuck. And like, why should anybody's decisions affect you? The only things, like you said too, the only things that should you should worry, or that you should try to fix or worry or make better, is what you can do. Because we can't control nobody.
Right, exactly. Yep. And that's what I was going to say, is you can't control others, but you can control yourself and how you react to others. And just like them, that's going to be the same. They're only going to react to you how they feel is the way it's supposed to be at that time. And, we're not always meant to be in everybody's journey. We can have... You can have 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 freaking friends, but none of them are going to support you the way you're expecting them to support you. It's really just up to you. And sometimes you'll have one person, literally one person, that'll actually be like, yeah, I am checking up on you. I am giving you the same thing that you give me, because I understand that it is a give and take. You're giving me, I take it. Now I give you and you take it. In your sense, though, it's a little bit different, because you're taking... Yeah.
I'm giving out like it's fucking Thanksgiving and shit.
Like it's Halloween candy.
Like it's Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, so I'm out of here. Now you get a cake. You get a cake. You get a piece of me. You all get a piece of me. What about me, though? But,
I mean, I feel like you're the perfect person to talk about it, though, because you don't expect stuff from everybody, but subconsciously there is something there.
I mean, like we were saying earlier, it's not that I expect, because I never expect anything out of anybody, really, but I would hope that there's common sense. There's an understanding of, oh shit, how's homie doing? And not because there was an accident, some life-threatening shit, or whatever. Just some regular old shit like I do on the regular. What's up, homie? What are you doing? Boom, boom. And I give everyone their space and time, right? But it's never like a woe is me, or, well, you don't do for me. It's just more of a realization now. I'm realizing I'm giving a lot of gifts out for Christmas, and it ain't Christmas, and I can't afford Christmas shit. So I just got to be mindful and sparingly put it out because, to what you said, there's a small, I don't want to say 1%, but there's that small percentage that reaches out always and be like, "What's cracking? What are you doing? What's the word? What are we doing? You want to do this? Let's do that. Let's figure it out. Brainstorm like how we brainstorm. Our
Mm-hmm.
drives to nowhere, somewhere, anywhere." Fucking bumping Taylor Swift, probably, no sé qué, but there's music in the background, and we're just talking, mainly me. Fucking conspiratorial. It's not a conspiracy if it's true. So I be thinking outside the box so much the shit is true.
Yeah. Yeah, you think outside the box a
And,
lot.
and again, can't take shit personal. You know, uh, I'm mad at the world because the lights don't work. Nothing's working. I think we've been talking about this. It's a reoccurring thing.
Yeah.
Like some things always something. Okay, that makes sense. I know you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
Something always something's in the
Yeah.
mix. And even though we check off all of the lists, the light before break, the lights before my fucking crazy fucking shit, but can't take it personal because if we took it personal, I wouldn't be here, you wouldn't be here. All hell would have broke loose, and there would be no every Thursday at 7 p.m. notifications. Because that's a testament, right? We don't take
Yeah.
shit personal. We're
Yeah.
we're growing. So then, like, is all those things like because of communication though? Like, is it a testament to being good to yourself first and knowing you can help, or is it that you're so you're so you being whoever are so used to working it out that communicating is easy? So are you just communicating with self, which means you communicate with others?
Dang, no, I
Does
get
that
what
make
you're
sense?
saying. It makes sense. That's a really good question, actually, though. I think everybody's communication styles are different. And some people tend to hold everything in a little bit, process everything first. Definitely not you.
No. You know.
Process everything first because they want to see, okay, where did I fail to communicate first? Did I make this person mad? Am I to blame for this? Putting the blame on themselves first and trying to get through it instead of just, like you, explode. Doesn't matter who's in the way, everybody gets it.
I drop bombs like Hiroshima.
But with other ones, like me, like I tend to process things first. Like, okay, where did I go wrong? I'll go back if it's through a message or whatever, or I think back to the conversation. I'm like, okay, how did I come off? Because I know about myself. My tone can be I can come off so bitchy sometimes. I know that my tone can be one thing, but I don't mean it that way.
Mm-hmm.
So then if I'm like, it was a tone thing, then I'd be like, hey, you know what? My bad. I'm sorry. My tone was off this day. My tone was off when I said this, that, and the third. What I was trying to say, and find a better way to communicate it. Right? So that's why sometimes it takes me days or weeks because sometimes I'm like, wait a minute, was it me? What did I do? I'm really trying to process it. What led up to everything? Because I'm like, maybe there was something that I did that triggered something. Because I know for myself, a certain thing can trigger me. And then I'm like, that's why I go into shutdown mode. Like, I don't want to even see your face. And I'm like, okay, now we can go on and I've processed it. Other people are like, we're just going to get this done here and now. Because obviously, when you're pissed off, everything comes out. And unfortunately, that leads to more problems. And that communication style can sometimes not be a good thing.
Yeah, no, not communicating is not a good style, but some believe that that's a style. Whoever that is, but communication does work. You got to work on it though. I'm learning that still. Because I'm more of you already know, I'm more of a like, well, I already know what's going on. Like, what's not going on that I don't know about? I've checked everything. I remember one time, a long time ago, somebody said something to this. I'm paraphrasing because it's been a while. Um, no, I had said I would do X, Y, and Z, and you agreed X, Y, and Z, and I keep a log of everything, right? And I'm all, what? Wait, what do you mean? No, no, I said, ba 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 bing, and then I was like you said, right? I thought about it, but I already had been like, nah, fool, that's not what happened. Nah, boom, 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 fact check, because I know shit. I don't forget. I'm on your ass because fucking common sense, right? You should know what you said and we're agreeing to and all this other shit. So then I go, I thought about it too. I was like, as I'm looking, I was like, where's the receipt? It's in this conversation. Bam! And I found it and I was like, send it over. Hey, homie, this is what I said. And you said, not what you said right now. So can communication is important because had I not, it would have just blown up. But also don't backpedal on something that was never part of what you initially didn't believe in. Because it was like a belief thing. Like, what do you mean for what's not going to happen? Look, bam, there it is. Hello, opening now for Coyote. It's happening again. The lights are happening again. What'd I tell you? So, you're going to listen to me. We're going to pull a Matt and Matheson. You just act like you're listening.
Okay.
Uh, so there was something to the effect all that shit you hear right now, people with the fucking dope ass fucking not gaff tape that we use. So, um, when you don't believe in me, right?
Yeah.
Or it, then it's like, nah, fool, don't backpedal on what you said. But had I not done that and just wilded out, it would have been right. But most of the time, if I'm on some on the line shit, it's because I know somebody's full of shit. So communication is out the door, but still there because I'm like, no, here's what the communication is now. That's not what you said. You're backpedaling. You're trying to act like this is some big ass rodeo you put together by yourself because it takes a village, right? And then also, though, the best part of communication in just how we do all this stuff in life is that we know each other to some degree, and although there's always bumps and forks in the road, we still communicate because we can brainstorm. Nothing is taken personal. In the moment, it's not good. Then we come back, fucking communicate the show. How are we gonna make this? What are we gonna do here? And it works. We communicate to these people. That's like practicing what you preach right here, right now. On that one, and on that one. So, which allows us to be this way, just open book type of vulnerable, like for real stuff. Because, like, well, what our viewers think now, I'm talking to the wall and shit, fourth wall shit. What does communication mean for you guys? It, like we don't know what they're gonna say right now,
Right.
obviously, because we're not live. But what does the community look? What does communication in the community look like?
Mm-hmm.
Just put your comments on the bottom while you're watching this. You know what I mean? Whatever kind of comments you want.
Yep. Whatever. Well, I mean, we'll even make a post.
Yeah, we'll make a
We'll make a
post.
post and talk about asking your feedback on what you think communication looks like, what give and take looks like, what you should and shouldn't take personal. And of course, it's just opinions, nothing's facts, so nobody needs to be keyboard warriors there fucking with your comments and stuff.
Do little taps on your thumbs.
Yeah, no,
That's
we don't
what
need
the
that.
system looks like, or their brainstorming. What do they brainstorm trip?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? That sounds brainstorm trip. That
a
sounds
brainstorm trip.
you're tripping out.
Yeah.
Feeling loathing in San Diego. A la verga, why the purple so purple? Babe, those are yellow regular lights.
I could see the wind moving.
Okay, even in that, look, that's backpedaling a little, but even if the communication wasn't good and we were having a fear and loathing in San Diego moment, that's all that type of shit brings it out.
Oh, that stuff really does. If
Like
you're
if you're
not,
not really about the shit, it's gonna show. Like you don't even know what you're doing. But but it's evident what's really going on.
yeah,
In maybe with any type of substance, right? You can get a little too drunk.
A lot of drunk, you
You know,
mean?
you get a lot of
So
drunk.
why I feel
You
like
get
you're
drunk a
calling.
lot.
I feel like you're calling me out.
No, don't take it personal. What the fuck? We're communicating. The fuck? But anything that is excessively done can alter any of it.
Hmm.
Moderation, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I love celery and
I mean,
fucking peanut butter.
I call alcohol a truth serum.
Yeah, it is. Showing no sleep, not eating, being up for like
Days on end.
forever, uh, living. You know what? Yeah, whatever. Just do it in like moderation, not in excess.
Yeah,
Quality
moderations.
over quantity, uh, time over. Let's fucking hurry up and do this.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it takes time. I mean communication takes time. I
Yeah.
mean we didn't have the best communication from the beginning, from the start.
No, but I mean, who really does?
Right.
You know, you gotta weather through the storm, so to speak, to get there.
Mhm.
Everyone's on their own journey. So when you bump into somebody, you don't know how that's gonna work out
Yeah.
until later on. You put in the time. You got to put in time to make all that happen, though.
You do. I mean
And that's what we've done.
that's what I learned with therapy.
Hmm.
That's where I learned about how communication should look like. Because I saw absolutely no communication in my home growing up.
Right.
There was no such thing as communication. And if you said something, meaning me or my brother, if we said anything, it was just shut up or get smacked in the face for asking a question. So it was, if we speak up, it was a fear thing. So if we spoke up, it was not good. So I think that's why it took me a while to learn how to communicate, because I was always taught to shut up and do what someone else tells you to do.
You know, that's why though we break those generational curses, or that thing that we were taught that isn't really how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Life ain't peaches and cream. You learn it in your house first.
Yeah.
First people to shit on you in real life is your family.
Mm-hmm.
They're all the versions of the people you will run into throughout your life are already in front of you when you're born into this kind of family thing.
Yeah. Because you tend to be drawn to whatever
Yeah.
you're most comfortable with, and unfortunately, sometimes that's toxicity.
Yeah, and then you gotta look back and go, no, I can't do this shit. You gotta cut off people. It don't matter how long you've known them. It don't matter if they're your blood. It's better for the person saying I can't do this no more,
Yeah.
rather than the person who's like, rather than the person who's like, no, who gives a fuck? Let's just fuck this shit up. You know how many birthday parties I was part of growing up that were dope as fuck, but really toxic as fuck. A bunch of them. It's like not really shoot first, ask questions later. It's just let's go, and you were wrong.
Yeah.
That's it. Not wrong or right, but I'm standing 10 toes down on this shit, so let's go. But communication.
Yeah. Communication.
It's a lot of different things. Um, but it's whatever you make it, because we don't dictate anybody's way. Our way doesn't work for you, and any other person's way doesn't work for other people.
Yeah.
It only works for them. The system that you have in play, whoever you are, is set for them.
Yeah.
Everyone's clock, everyone's way, like we've been saying, it's their thing.
I think there's like a couple universal things though that I at least I thought everybody would know about. And when it comes to communication, is just one, don't ghost people. When you ghost people, that just opens up another can of worms. And then secondly is actually say what's up. Like, okay, this is bothering me. Whether you say it at that moment or you wait a little bit, whatever it is that you need to process to make it like come across, you need to at least let that person know.
However you need to say it to communicate.
To communicate, yeah.
Right?
Whatever's going to be, because I think that's what it is. It's not that, for me personally, like, it's not that I don't...
Don't take it personally.
No, it's not that I don't want to talk about things right in the moment. It's that I want to process what is going to be the best and most efficient way to communicate. Because like I said, sometimes I could be like, I fucking hate when you do that. And you're like, why do you sound so mad?
I'm just drinking. I don't let the car in.
Like, why are you getting so upset at me? Like, so there are times where I, like that. That's the reason why I like, okay, wait, can I communicate this most effectively and efficiently so that one, I'm staying true to myself, but I am standing up for my beliefs, my boundaries, and I'm letting you know how I feel. Now, how you take that information is on you. If you think it's not a big deal or you never do that, then okay, cool. I know what type of person you are then, and I'm just not going to tell you anything anymore.
Not me. In this moment, I am not them. I am not them. I am I, and she is just telling me some shit that she's telling y'all. I am not that. That him, I am not. But no, those are definitely the moral compass, common sense inside of you. You should be outwardly doing this shit. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Like, don't ghost anyone. Don't just generalize some shit. Because, like, for me and for us, right? Whenever we ask anybody something, it's genuine. It's not, hey, I don't want the Sunday comic strip version of the fucking shit, which is nothing.
Yeah.
Because you got to watch every week.
Yeah.
Every week. The story doesn't even unfold that Sunday.
No.
The little fucking Tigarazo Gato and the little fucking white boy with the hairdo and his
That's Calvin and Kevin.
Kevin and Calvin Brodus. That's right. Calvin Brodus. It's the Calvin Brodus comic, right? So we don't want to do this. I want somebody to be good. If I'm asking you, it's because I'm asking you. If you're asking, it's because we genuinely want to know how can we fix it. Because we can't fix it. We can't fix anyone's thing. But sometimes just listening clears it up for them in that moment. Doesn't fix anything, but you're concerned. Hey, how are you doing?
Yeah.
Are you listening, or are you waiting to jump in?
Yeah. Are you just waiting to be able to rebuttal, or are you actually listening to the person?
Bootleg episodes that no one will ever see. Yeah, then guess what? A fucking cockroach across the street.
I think it's the reason why a lot of people can't work customer service jobs. Because that's one of the key things is you have to be able to understand what that person is whether it's calling, emailing, whatever. What is the reason why they're contacting that company? Because something went wrong.
You're just the person to calm them down, hopefully, and don't take that personal that they're yelling at you.
Yeah.
You answered the call. You knew this was down the pipeline.
Yep.
Don't lose your job. Be like, what'd you say, bitch? What the fuck? It's Tigarazo Gato, not Tigarazo Gato. Motherfucker. And then, can you come to the office? As you're on a phone call with them, you're like,
yep, exactly.
Who's going with me?
Yeah, because you have to have empathy and hear them. Because when you hear them, then they get a sense of, oh, this person's actually listening to my problem, actually listening to what I'm saying, and they're providing a resolution. How can I resolve this issue? It's the same. That's the same way in communication with everybody. I hear you. Here's how I can fix it to make it better. If I pissed you off, for instance, example, hypothetical, if I pissed you off, and I'm like, you're explaining to me, hey, this is what pissed me off. And I'm like, oh, damn, I did this to make you mad. I'm sorry. Next time I'll do this better. And then you're like, okay, you heard me and you're trying to fix it. Okay. Like, it makes the communication that much more better. It makes you want to actually open up and explain what's bothering you. Am I right? Does that make sense?
It definitely makes sense. I'm just like, wow. It does make sense. She makes total sense, as you can tell. Like, you know what? That's it. We were going to go to commercial, but there's no reservations.
Yep.
I think, what do you think?
I think we've got the reservations for today.
Fuck. Hold on. Let's do it again. It wasn't even on. And look, with that said, this is no reservations. I think we're all good. No commercial. No. Week 7.
Week 7.
How does it play out on the pinche siete? Wait, is it backward? You know what? We're not throwing up gang signs like DJ Quick or Too Short. But yeah, that's it, right?
Yeah, that's it. Definitely tune in every Thursday at 7 p.m. No Reservations on YouTube and Spotify. Just look it up. Remember, it's Reservations with a Z.